Happy Friday, everybody! And I am here today with my dear friend Toby Staples, and we are gonna be talking a lot about living in the miracle. And I also just wanted to say thank you so much, Toby. It's such a pleasure to see you, and I would like to actually tell you a great thank you for the support that you always provide, for your genuine energy. And I love watching you as you interact on all the episodes. So kudos to you. And thank you for coming to our episode. So Toby, tell a little bit people who you are and what you're doing in this world. And we'll just go jumping right straight to our miracles.
Well, I got to thank you, Irina, for not only being you, but for everything you do. I love you and I love your energy. And that's why I come out and support you. I'm totally behind you 110% all the time.
I love you. Thank you so much. It's so great to hear.
And, you know, I have a call, like I get pulled to you. So let people understand that. I talk a lot about being pulled to something or being pushed away. Well, you happen to pull me to you and to everything you do. So you're magic and I appreciate you. Guys, the rest of you, I'm Toby. Toby Staples. I'm a simple person loaded with life experience who right now has beat death 7 times up until now in my life. I've come back from total organ failure, refused amputation of my limbs, made the magic happen. I've self-mastered, spiritually awakened. I've realized that I'm a very empowered empath, a light worker, a healer, and a way shower. And you know what? I'm really happy y'all are here, whether you're here with us now or on repeat or however. I'm really grateful that you guys have brought your time and your energy and your focus to us. And I appreciate that. Let's make the magic happen, Irina.
Woo! So I just love, let's just dive in because, you know, like my vision with this podcast was just to make people aware about the miracle that we all live in every day. Because let's face it, the majority of people waking up in the morning and all they start thinking about that to-do list, and they start already getting charged up to make sure they are going to be able to tackle everything. Maybe they have these meetings, at work. Maybe they have to deal with the bosses or they have to deal with the partners and so on and so forth. So there is a lot of negative energy that's starting to charge in. And obviously, if they just pull their phones first thing in the morning rather than, just do some mindful work, they're reading? They're reading the news. And the news are designed to actually put people in that worry and negative self mode, right? So I'm here with this podcast to bring that awareness, to say, let's just be more conscious and choose what really serves us, not what the society dictates us that we have to do, right? And it all starts from, why don't we wake up and recognize the fact that it's a miracle that we wake up? Because not everybody woke up today. Not everybody is breathing. So just the fact that we wake up and have another day, which is the gift of life, it's already the miracle. And I'm going to pass it to you, Toby, because I know you have a lot to say about it.
I always have a lot to say when it comes to our chats. I love you. You know what? Honestly, people need to realize that being alive every day is not an obligation to the universe to hand it to you. Number one, nothing is owed to us. And everything's in perfect design. And everything has its expiration date. So literally, when you open your eyes, you need to understand that the miracle of life that you've been granted, you must acknowledge it and take the time to center yourself and be grateful and in tune with it and operate from that point. Because if not, you're not operating from the discernment of your heart, which is the true governance of your being. And not operating from that point produces conflict and chaos in your life. So Guys, it's really important to stay tapped into the miracle of your experience of life. It's a mere experience. And that's all it's meant to be. You know, Irina, what do you think about that?
Totally. It's just all about, bring that gratitude, right? Just be grateful for everything what we have, because that's exactly what we have to do.
Hey, Bruno.
Bruno, hey, it's great to see you. So it's all about the gratitude, right? It's all about just, appreciate what we have, because our mind was trained that we always focus on the lack, and we are not really doing what we're supposed to do, right?
You know what? You better correct yourself there, Bruno.
Such a compliment, right?
This is two warriors fucking it up.
Exactly. So Tobi, just to bring that, like people always have something to be grateful for, right? Rather than complaining and talking about, what went wrong. How about just, walk around the house, the place you live, and just be grateful for what you have, right? That you have the bed to sleep, you have the roof, you have the food, because not everybody has it.
No, they don't.
And the more we are grateful for what we have, we are with our energy, because gratitude is vibrating on a higher frequency. It's on the same frequency as abundance. So with that higher frequency, a lot of people don't understand how it works, but it's all energy.
Yes.
We are directing consciously our energy to something that we truly want. So with that gratitude, we are gonna bring more of the magnetic field that is in similar frequency as gratitude.
Well, yes, because actually gratitude amplifies your magnetism, because you already have it. Being grateful for something is acknowledging that you've already received it. So that's why the flow of abundance naturally is there through gratitude, because you've already acknowledged that you are abundant. This is why it must start within before it happens without. You see, because when people wake up in the morning, they don't even realize that if they took 10 minutes to disrupt that automatic pattern of, getting up, putting their feet on the ground, running to the bathroom, making their coffee, that's an automatic program.
Autopilot, right?
Yeah. Literally. And they don't realize that if they took 5 minutes in between that hustle and bustle of the automatic program, they could reinstall a different program within 5 minutes, right? So the first 5 minutes, this is why I say the first 20 minutes that you're awake in your day should be nothing but internal you time. Setting your vibration for the day, setting your gratitude, and reminding yourself every day differently what you're grateful for. It's something you've got to implement in your life daily. Because we wake up every day as a brand new creation. It's a miracle every day. We've lived yesterday, right? We don't remain the same. So you must reinstall on a daily basis in the morning these rituals, because you wake up a brand new person every day. That's why it's so important to do it daily. And people think, okay, I tried it once, I tried it twice, and because I don't,
it didn't work for me, right? Where is my reward?
But you get out of something as much as you invest in it. And we all know with our kids, we got to tell them something 100 times for it to be installed. So what would make somebody any different, right? Even with their own self-work, they have to repeat, reinstall, repeat, because we wake up every day as a brand new person.
You know what comes for me, Tobi? I don't remember exactly how that quote goes, but it's something like, when we take a shower, we don't expect to be clean for the rest of the months, right? So So this is the same analogy. Like, if we are rewiring our brain and we are training our brain muscle, it's the same as we are training our body muscle. It requires time, it requires patience, and any skill that we want to learn, we understand with our analytical mind, it takes time. Nothing is going to happen overnight, because when we are installing these new patterns, it's gonna be, like, we have to remind ourselves every day until it's gonna be on the autopilot. Like we mentioned, you wake up and you just go to the bathroom without even thinking what you're doing, and like brushing the teeth, go to the bathroom, right? You are not even putting any minds to that. And that's exactly what you're doing with this work. You have to do it, and you have to drill into yourself to the point that it's going to be on the autopilot. Then you see the changes in your life. Then you see that you are vibrating a different frequency, and you attract different reality.
Yes, because if you've been running on the same pattern of conditional thinking with belief systems all your life, Charlie Chaplin had that warehouse comedy where robotic people work. Well, I see a lot of robotic people functioning every day.
Yeah.
Not on a movie. I see it in real life. Well, what claims to be real anyway. But anyway. But see, that Bruno threw me out. True slavery is being stuck in pain. Pain blocks our understanding. So if we don't move on, we don't learn, and learning is needed. But every experience and every face attached, every interaction, it is all learning. That is all this experience is. That's why it's called an experience, to gain experience. That's all it is. So if we're just gaining experience for our soul's evolution and for the evolution of the collective, well, hey, we just got to play our role in it, right? Fully.
Totally.
But you know what I was going to mention? Even after self-mastering the way that I have and putting all the work in to have healed myself and to continue this journey, I still set my state every day without fail. Like, it's a must. Even though I'm already programmed, reinstalled, I still reinforce every day to maintain how powerful I am.
Totally.
It's never over.
As long as we are breathing, we always changing, we are growing, and we are evolving. And it's our job to always do something to progress, right? Because if we are not learning, we are dying.
Thank you. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Because we're meant to evolve, grow, learn, be creative through it all, and experience everything. That's why we're given senses, so that it enhances the experience. That's why you're not playing alone in the game of life either, because every interaction is a lesson for you. And that's why people, they're playing their game of life wrong, because they don't realize the miracle within it. And I love your name of the show, Living in the Miracle. Yo, this is what we're supposed to do on a daily basis. This is the vibration you're supposed to set for yourself on a daily basis.
Totally. So, Tobi, you have so much wisdom to share. Tell us a little bit your miraculous way going through your health issues and how you actually overcame it, regardless of what the doctors were saying.
Well, when you follow your heart always knows. So it doesn't matter what anybody's telling you outside of you. And there's a force that's greater, that's connected to our hearts and leads us no matter what. Well, no matter what I was living, or no matter what I was being told, my force of life was telling me better. So I had to go with that. But yeah, a lot of things led up to these. I've had health issues all my life. When I look at it, I've had health issues all my life, but it has to correlate with the fact of the traumas, the pain, the suffering that actually was stored in my body that was making me continuously sick. All the negativity that I was absorbing, through being fed through my senses and the data I was picking up in my environment. Literally, it's not a joke when somebody says, if you absorb too much energy and it gets stored in your body as a negative, it is depleting you. And it does. And it shifts your balance, your harmony, and your ability to stay well. So the minute you fall into illness, if you don't regulate that pattern, it produces illness, a disease, and then it produces inhibitable conditions within your own being. That's what was happening to me. Well, in order to learn that, I had to live it over and over and over again to master it. But I'm lucky I did, because had I not done that and come back from death the way I have, I would have never survived a heart attack 2 years ago. I would have never been able to stop the flesh eating in my face. So all the learning that I acquired through all of that assisted me to stay alive for future experiences. So it's mandatory that everybody seizes their learning, even in those rough moments of their life, because it is essential for your growth and for your assistance towards everything else in your future. No matter how insignificant you may think it is or how irrelevant it is all relevant to you because you're unique. Always. So yeah, I drove myself to death time and time again. And then I had a really bad car accident that shut down my immune system, which then forced me to really fight for my life. Like, not a joke, fight for my life for years. I'm so grateful that that's over with now. Survival's done. I'm about to live the best years of my life now because I've gone through that and I took the learning. So now I don't have to continuously repeat it. It's one of the laws of the universe people don't even respect. If you do not, and you are not open to your own evolution, growth, and learning, you're on repeat in a pattern that is going to destroy you until you get it right. Well, I just chose to get it right.
You know what comes for me? It's, it's like the universe always sends us the signs, right? And at first, the signs are very subtle. And then if we are not picking up on these signs, the volume starts to increase, right? We raise the, universe raises the volume, and then something happens. Either, people losing the jobs, or, like financial difficulty, or they are getting divorced, or losing their partners, they're losing their health. So there are no coincidences. There is that cause and effect, right, law? So everything, whatever we experience in our life, we actually cause it ourselves with whatever our actions, with our words, with our thinking. So it's so important to be conscious of that and understand that we are here to grow. It's like, life is a big classroom. Yes. And the only way you graduate from one grade to another, when you actually learn your lesson. Yeah. And you're not repeating the same vicious cycle, exactly. Even in love. Why some people are just going, like they always wonder, why do I attract the same, crap, right?
Because they haven't learned the lesson.
Coming to me, like, but the point is, because you have to learn the lesson, and you have to know how to stand your, have your personal boundaries. You have to know how to say no and see people for who they are, and just, saying that, hey, this doesn't work for me. Just, move from my way. You're not welcome here.
Yeah.
And until the people are not going to realize, until they continue, swallowing whatever hurts them, they're going to be on that repeat cycle. They're going to again meet the same crappy people who are going to abuse them, who are going to be just, like not that perfect match, until they learn their lesson and say, you know what? I'm going to right away from the get-go see who is next to me. And then it's going to be like a very selective process, right? Who am I going to allow to stay in my space and who am I not? Because other people also depleting our energies. Like when we are very kind, when we are, like thinking of others more than we are thinking about ourselves. We are depleting our energy because that other person is feeding off our energy. And this is very important to recognize.
Yes, that's exactly why people try to get our attention when they want it, because they want the energy that we transfer
Mm-hmm.
with them. And that's why people will do good things to get our attention. And if that doesn't work, they will do shitty things to get our attention. It's the feed that they need off of your energy. And that's why you've got to
Totally.
be very vigilant about who you have around you. And the same people that you were, Tobi is a living testimonial. Everything is possible. Check out her lives on Facebook. It fucks your brains out. Thanks for the chuckle. The people that you were talking about, Irina, though, these are the same people that lack the self accountability because they're still in that blame shame game. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything else but themselves is making them feel the way they do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're right, like people are calling for attention, whether good way or bad way, right? If they can't keep your attention in a nice way, they are gonna be, stepping on your toes just to
Yes.
hurt you and get the reaction out of you. That's why it's so important not to give that reaction. Because when you do this inner work, you can balance your emotional state and you just focus on yourself. You're not just, bursting that energy to somebody else. Because understand, even when we involved in fighting or just, like keep thinking about these people who hurt us, it's eating our energy. At that moment, these people are freaking feeding on our energy. Even when we are not, like talking to them, but when we can consciously, continuously thinking about whatever happened with that person, and that person was so wrong, and why did they treat us this way? The more we are like running that scenario on repeat, the more these people are gonna have our energy. And the idea is stop give them this energy and focus on yourself and use your energy for creating something. That's why it's so important to work on yourself, because this way you're going to give the creativity factor to yourself and focus on something that is meaningful to you.
It's true. And I
Yeah.
agree. And you know something? It is worse than that. That pain and anger is killing you. It's true. But you know something? How people would stop thinking about others and feeding up, because people don't even realize that with every thought that they produce about another person, they're actually giving their whole life force away to them energetically and sending it to them factually.
Mm-hmm.
So every thought that they produce, they're actually producing a thing and giving it to that person. They don't get it.
Mm-mm.
But
Because they don't have the awareness. People don't have the awareness.
imagine if they did, though, things would shift on this planet so much quicker than they already are.
Totally.
You know,
Totally.
well,
And
you know
that's why,
something?
yes.
I don't think, and I keep saying that on all my lives, and I keep telling people, I don't think, because I don't want to use my life force in a place that it has a job to do. I stay in my heart. It only gives me two responses to anything that presents itself. No, it's actually adrenochrome, but that's a topic for another day. No,
Well,
but
there are
really,
so many celebrities that commit suicide, Bruno. So
yes,
can't really, agree with you on that.
yeah. But that's why I say that I don't think. I operate from my heart solely. There is no thinking there, but two sensations. It either pulls you to it or pushes you back. And that's all the thinking that I allow in my body because, hey, I'm manifesting pure healing on the side of my face that was paralyzed. Everybody saw that in my videos. Everybody saw what I was dealing with. So unless I maintain this operating system within me and I maintain the state every day that I reinforce, there's no way that my body can naturally do what it has to do in perfect design with the law of least effort. So people really need to take those deep dives into self-awareness and really stabilize their being, calm their central nervous system, stabilize their being, and set their state for the day. I can't stress that enough to all of you guys.
Yeah.
Actually.
And the thing is, it's all, like we all can be in charge of our lives. We can consciously create our life. And like you mentioned, Toby, every day is a start of something new and fresh, right? So it doesn't matter what was yesterday, but today is like, a clean sheet of paper, and let's just write something on it, right? Let's write something that we truly want to have in our life. And people are getting discouraged because the society we are living in, right? Because it's like, okay, give me the pill and I want to get healed tomorrow, right? That's why the pharmaceutical industry is growing so much, because people do not want to spend a long time with the natural healing, right? With the remedies that are very holistic. They want to have the quick results. And doing this work, it takes time, it takes patience, right? And obviously you have to have the faith. Yes. Because when we send the energy, there is no such a thing as we are not going to have it. It's already ours, but we have to put the work. Now it's all about putting the work in order to see the outcome of it.
Well, that's one of the universal laws. You reap your rewards of what the energy that you invest into anything. That's why that's one of the laws that you cannot accomplish anything unless you put the energy to doing it. And people don't understand that. They half-ass the energy that they put into things, and then their results are half-assed or not according to their expectation, because they never set an intention. They set an expectation, which is totally different. Mm-hmm. And then it's like spitting in their stew or dumping a whole box of salt into a meal that you're going to taste that and go, oh, what the? Well, if that's the energy you're putting into it and the results you get, well, it has to really correlate. If you want something wholeheartedly, well, you put your whole heart there. It's logic. And people want to sit and blame everybody else for the results in their life, other than taking the self-accountability to control their creations, instead of living by, this is just happening to me. No, we are creators. Every breath in our day, we are creating. So you are either a conscious creator or you're not. So if you're not, you're running on a program. You must become a conscious creator of your reality, because you are the creator of it. People got to realize the difference. And if people are setting out things that they want to do according to expectations, guys, you're demolishing it before you start to build. Factually, you must set your intentions with the grateful state of your fuel behind it, with the authenticity of your truest heart's desires to magnify it. And then, boom, it's there. Factually.
Love it. I love it. It's so good. So, Toby, what would you recommend our listeners? Because we just want to wrap it out, and it's so great to be with you in this space. First of all, contact both of us if you have any questions, because we talk. Maybe a lot of people don't understand what does it mean create consciously, right? So just message us. I also have the workshop where people can actually start realizing what this is all about. And Toby has beautiful lives on her page as well, explaining a lot of the concepts. So reach out, just, don't sit in the dark, seek the light of knowledge and get educated and take the life in your own hands. And obviously, information doesn't equal transformation because it takes a decision to really start going after something that you truly want in your life, that you want to experience or you do not want to experience. So let's just eliminate that from that, formula, right? But it all takes time, and it's great when you have somebody who has been done this kind of work, who has gotten the results in it, and can actually guide you and take you and make this path more clear for you. So you're not in a fog asking, I don't know what to do, how to do it, right? Because we are here to show it to you.
Well, I can tell you guys all listen to yourselves. Don't run from yourselves and don't run from the void, because that's where all the power is and that's where the magic happens. And that is where you want to stabilize your being every day, to feel like, yes, you are walking around in somewhat of a void within yourself, not allowing anything external to affect you. And guys, Irina mentioned her workshops. I'm telling you right now, I have attended those workshops. They are very impactful. You guys need to check out her workshops. And you guys really need to take the time and the investment for you to attend those workshops and get the most out of it, because what you bring your energy to with your intention of why you are there, you will reap the benefits of the exact magnitude. She's amazing. Her energy is great. Everything she does is amazing. Guys, reach out to us. You need
Tobi is also very awesome. Yeah. We are both here and amazing, and we are both here to share our knowledge.
Yes.
And whoever you want to reach out, just
and you can reach out to both of us. Like, hey,
totally.
What I can assist you with is with my unique energy. What she brings is with her unique energy. But guess what? For a magnificent stew, you need more than one ingredient. And I know people that use more than one person to assist them in their life. So it's like you've got a dentist and you got a doctor. Well, now you got an Irina and you got a Tobi. There we go.
Totally.
I love you all. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Irina, thank you for having me. I love you.
I love you too. And come anytime. I said, like I always say, we have this amazing connection. I love your energy and you bring so much value into this world. And let's just keep sharing and just let's just be there for each other and for everybody else. All right. Thanks, Bruno, for participating.
Thanks, Bruno.
And have a beautiful, beautiful weekend, everybody.
Love you. Bye.